The eighth and the last issue here is carrying out environmental education projects in the community. That is actually leaving the school and going and doing projects within the community. The Child-Friendly School Manual identifies the fundamental link between schools and communities and the mutual benefit of community-engaged environmental education. Now, the Child-Friendly School Manual is available on the internet. I strongly recommend find it, download it, read it. It's a good resource for teachers to understand, because the Child-Friendly School Manual talks about involving the child, making the school a place where the child wants to come, likes to come, and the community and the children both see a mutual benefit over here, because the environmental education is involved with the children, associated with the community and the society. And when more people in the environment, in the community, in the society see things changing, more additional people will also want to step in, and or at least will ask, why are you doing this? What are you doing? How did you learn about this? And so the green schools or the environment-friendly schools have a major role to play that impacts and affects the wider community. In southern Nepal, disaster risk management projects within schools and communities were successful because they maintained a gender-sensitive focus. Now, Nepal is also a country in our part of the world where the genders tend to have very stereotypical specified roles to play. And so if you are gender sensitive, if you know what the men should be doing and what the women should be doing if a disaster happens, then disaster management, men go one way, women go another way, but both genders are equally involved, independently on their own. They are not mixed together. And that's a learning for young people, that as a female or as a girl or as a woman, I don't have to sit at home and cry over a disaster. I also have a role to play, and my role is this, while men have different roles to play. So both genders should be equally involved in disaster risk management projects. Nepal is an example. I think we need to learn from all these international examples and pick up things for ourselves and modify it, adapt it to our context. One project promoted girls' leadership in school-based disaster risk reduction. The real-life efficacy of the approach was tested when these communities suffered floods. Now, what is this? The girls were put in leadership positions, because fortunately or unfortunately, rightly or wrongly, in the homes, it's the females that run the show. So when these girls were put in leadership positions, when they were told, you tell us what to do, you tell us how to do it, you tell us what and how things can happen. And the real test came when the community suffered floods. The women were able to step out. The women were able to go and help out and show that the learning is transferred, the learning has helped, the leadership responsibility given to them has actually worked. And that is true learning. While no quantitative studies are available, strong anecdotal evidence found that community response in girl-led environment-friendly school project sites was more proactive and organized, limiting the loss of lives and assets. Although this is qualitative, we don't have any data, any numbers to support this, but qualitatively, anecdotally, we know that in girl-led environment-friendly school projects, they were proactive. See, girls don't wait for things to happen and react. They are proactive. They think in advance. This could happen. What should we do? This may happen. How will we deal with it? And this proactive nature of the females is what helps. And women tend to be more organized than men. And so they were able to organize. When disaster hits, there is chaos. You need to organize that chaos. And women were able to handle that better than men.